Think about how you are going to deliver these new AI skills. Would you think about how you are going to learn a new AI skill? Rapid AI increases the skills expectations. After 2020, that is the main theme of every profession. Do you expect yourself just to watch the tutorials but not understand it and let the GPT write everything? You are not going to visualize and apply it? The problem is most of the AI learning feels abstract nowadays. We just let it go and it types everything for us. Maybe you watch a video on YouTube, you think you get it, then nothing sticks. You can't recall anything. Here is what generally happens. If you go in the course in any platform, you feel smart at that moment. You take the course, but then boom, everything is gone. You can't recall, you don't know what to do. At the end of the day, we have to apply these skills in our real life. Then this is where the gap appears. You realize you never truly saw how it works. You are just being bombarded with all these symbols that you can't make sense out of them. The reason is the abstract learning creates an abstract understanding. You just read it from the textbook, but you never get the hands-on learning. Let's experiment a different approach. What if we could use the AI skills and get hands-on at the same time? We take something abstract and we make it concrete, so we become an AI engine. What if we used visuals, animations, and live coding environments to close those skills gaps? We will become an AI engineer with an AI. Every week I'm building an MVP to be able to showcase we can start from the requirements to the end to end, so you will be able to turn on these. To be able to learn the new AI skill, I will show you how to set up an HTML page on GitHub to be able to have a self-learning. First of all, it is visual, interactive, and it forces you to create a structure for your learning. I started building an AI security course, which I also knew a little about. You are going to see, like myself, you will start explaining concept back to you. So you will fill all your gaps in a knowledge while building the content. The content that I'm creating is free and shareable, and you can also do the same. Step 2, use the visuals and the videos to show you the skill in action. So you want somebody to show this to you. We have right now Google, we have YouTube, we have ChatGPT. We can definitely set them up in a way that we will be able to see the skill in action. Here is the magic. When you watch yourself trying to explain something visually, you immediately see where the gap is in your understanding. That is the critical moment for yourself. You start from the tell. Once you are moving to the show, you are going to see what you can and what you can't show. What I do it is, I will just watch a YouTube video and I will place it in the HTML page. While I'm watching it back, I will see where I hesitate and where I get confused, and I will go a deep dive into that subject. Other than reading, watching a video, I will place some memory cards, which I will show them in detail and share them with you on the AI security course. You are going to see I'm also putting a repetitive learning for myself for the things that I'm also missing. Those are my gaps, doesn't mean those are your gaps. Everybody has a different gap in a different place. I have issues with 3-letter acronyms. You might have problems with something else. Step 3, the critical one that I'm also getting into, is the animations to fill those skills gaps. The animation isn't just about being pretty. It's about being pedagogical. When you slow down the process, break down into pieces and visualize each step, it makes you meditate, slow down, and be able to see how you are connecting the dots. This is where the deep learning happens. This is where I use the large language models to be able to create a Canva explanation, a Theater.js explanation, a simple CSS animation. So I will be able to slow down in time and be able to see what am I missing. Art of creating animations for your learning and helping others teaches you more than watching hundreds of video tutorials, because you have slowed down the time and you are trying to build the things frame by frame. So that is where the magic happens for me, and I believe it will happen for you. The last step, you are going to apply this in GitHub Codespaces. You created an animation. For myself, I did it with the AI security course. I was trying to explain the data poisoning. but I still needed to turn this on to make sure I can come back to the real life after some semblance errors and some testing. I should be able to showcase it and give it to somebody else. I can say, I have the animation and I did it. The apply happens, so the other part will be able to do it, and I'm trying to give it to them. So it means it becomes the reality. Theory meets the reality. And it is straightforward in GitHub Codespaces. It's a live coding environment right in your browser. There is no setup and no installation headaches. You can share this GitHub Codespaces with other collaborators and pull other people in to have a better learning, because the more workshops you are gonna do, you are gonna get better at this concept. You can test your animations, share it on WhatsApp, share it on a YouTube video, and prove that you understood it. That is the critical part. The hands-on learning, moving from animation to the GitHub Codespaces, that is the learning at the best. You are trying to turn the systems on. Look at the one that I did for the AI security course. Look at the web page, the HTML that I have created. I have 3 lessons and memory card sections. I have an admin mode and I have all the markdowns detailed here. I have documented each prompt that I use to be able to rebuild this course. So it helps me to understand, it helps me to build the animations, it helps me to run the code so I can do my self-learn. Not only the user interfaces, from time to time I build N8N workflows. Watch my videos on how to create a cover letter or the CV. You are going to see there is backend work processes as well. So you are trying to connect all the dots. Hopefully you are going to operate this and help other people do the same. So at the end, you just don't want to be ending up with a web page, but you want to end up with a genuine understanding so you can turn the systems on, showcase it to other people, and share it. While you are sharing it, you are going to fill, first of all, your skills gaps and help others pull those repositories, look at those HTML pages, make sure you are also helping them as well. That is the key though. You are not just helping yourself, but you are doing it for the others. While you are doing it for the others, it will make you see all the gaps. This is where this kind of a learning makes a big jump. You are not just creating the course with the GPT, you are trying to force clarity for yourself, because otherwise the systems will not get turned on. You can't fake understanding if you are unable to build something from the ground up. While you are creating the animations, the visual feedback reveals your blind spots instantly. I can feel the fear in your eyes. How am I going to create an animation? That is not a big job if you are an AI-enabled engineer. You are going to see the animations that you created are done by the GPT. You are following the steps. You are slowing down the time to make the complex simple for you and for the other people. Confidence through repetition, because you created the animation, you moved from the real to the imaginary world. In the imaginary world, you wanted to move to the symbolic, back to the real by turning on these environments on your local as well as in the cloud. So this isn't about passive consumption, it is all about active construction. You are going to build something and give it to other people. Remember, in some videos I talked about these workshops where first of all you do things manually. You are going to create your HTML, and that HTML is going to help you record every knowledge that you want to know. You can build all your gaps with the GPT. The semi-automatic workshop is you ask the AI to build an animation code for you. So you are going to use some automation, some AI, some manual at the same time to be able to showcase it to others. The full automatic approach is you are going to set up CI/CD for your demos. These websites needs to get automatically deployed. The code that you are going to run should be run very easily, so people will be able to see your demonstration. You know, this sounds a bit complex, a bit hard for you to do. For each one of us, we have to start where we are, grow step by step. I have completed more than 200 plus repos on GitHub. I have been working in this industry for a long time. For all these big enterprises, my place and your place are different. But let me give you the cost that you are going to see. Not something so expensive for you to build. These environments are your learning environments, so it should not be expensive. The GitHub code pages, they are free. Codespaces, 60 hours per month, it is free. AI assistants like Claude or Gemini, under some thresholds per day, they are also free. 1 hour of focused learning using these tools, about no more than 10 cents if you are going to use tools like KiloCode or OpenRouter to be able to fill all the gaps. If you compare that on buying a $50 course from me or from anybody else, you are going to see you might not even finish it. But if you started spending your time and energy and your focus on these courses, being able to create them, create something that other people will use, you want to be able to connect it. And the thing with you is, if you really genuinely want other people to learn, you are going to fill all the gaps for yourself so the others can learn. Here is what I understood. This isn't just about me learning the AI skills. It's about closing the gaps together. If your just focus is for you to learn but not share it with others, that is really not show your work. You are not trying to show what you have done. The reason I'm doing these MVPs is I want to be able to show it though. I just don't want to create a course on Kafka, create a course on ChatGPT. I want to be able to show something that is working so you can also use as well, so we grow at the same time. When I share my HTML pages, animations, GitHub repos, this isn't just about teaching. I'm also inviting you to see my learning process, spot my gaps, and improve on it. Your egos will become a bit vulnerable. But that is what happens once you are trying to learn in public. That is alright. You need to accept it, and you want to start today. What are you gonna do? First of all, pick one AI skill you want to learn. For me this month, it is the AI security. For you, it could be prompt engineering, agent workflow. The second step, create a simple HTML page on GitHub explaining it. If you don't have a GitHub account, create it, pull that to your local, and start vibe programming around. Step 3, ask the GPT how you are going to find the related reading and watching resource. So you are going to see all the content that you created inside that Git repo is going to become like a research assistant for you. Create simple animation prompts for you, how you are going to create a Canva animation to be able to demonstrate this to the public so everybody can learn at the same time with you. The last step is create a Codespaces, write the code for what you are sharing, and make sure it is interactive. People can press the buttons, they will be able to run and see the result. Then for all of these chapters, you are going to repeat for all your learning objectives. You are going to create a cycle that is going to make you much sharper. Why does this matter? I should have said this in the beginning of the video. I tried to give you a hint. The rapid AI is coming on our way. It is moving so fast. The traditional way of learning will not work anymore. The lecture that I'm doing here, hope this is just a promotion, but it cannot keep up. They create these new certificates, they become invalid at the time that they release it because AI is so fast, it requires you to truly understand it. This method and try to become a creator, not just a consumer. It turns your learning into building and it gives you a living portfolio that proves your skills. When I go to contract interviews, I use the projects that I have done. I stop talking about these big enterprises that I worked in the past or 50 contracts that I completed. I talk about top 10 AI projects that I'm constantly working on, committing on. So it is easy for me to talk with confidence. And this is how you stay relevant in the age of AI. By combining your journey publicly and sharing it with others. Every week I will release a new GitHub pages showing the AI skills that I'm learning. Come into this journey, pull the repos, do something similar. Every animation, every code piece that I create is free and open source. Feel free to use it. I'm putting all the prompts and the formulas to be able to do this in a framework called Delivery Pilot. It is an agentic framework where it puts all the things together. You start from an unknown place and you put it to a known framework where the enterprises can use it. Think of this framework like a living AI brain that is built for you to be able to learn something new, not just teaching you, but building with you. Here is my question to you. What is the one AI skill you are struggling to understand right now? Drop it in the comments. Make sure you put a link to your GitHub repo so the others can collaborate with you at the same time. I'm creating a visual breakdown for each animation, and in the Codespace, all the links will be in the description for you to be able to collect. I'm also putting the links for you to be able to join a newsletter to be able to get the courses. Let's turn our confusion into clarity together. Let's learn all together. If you want to follow up my experiment and see what I'm going to bring out of the box, please hit subscribe and turn on the notifications so I'm able to borrow more time from you, so I can spend my time focusing on creating the MVPs, creating free courses, being able to build the delivery pilot so you guys can have more hands-on demos, real code, and the visual learning. Let's recap again. First, create your HTML pages on GitHub to structure your learning. Second, record, watch, and spot your gaps. Ask yourself what you are missing. Third, build animation. Slow down the complexity. Try to meditate on it. Slower the better. Step 4, you are going to build Codespaces. Make it interactive. Put the buttons. Trigger your code. See where it breaks. Fix it. And learn while fixing it. The last step, share it and iterate. Learn in the public. That is your roadmap, your journey to share it with others. Because the future belongs to who truly understand where this AI is going, not just use it on a ChatGPT, but create with it. We will move on to understanding. We will move on to analyzing, being able to evaluate and create with it. Let's master this together. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye, bye bye.